Hi, I'm Mark Camoccio, Mart TV, and I'm here to show you the Webley Alecto. This is now called the Webley Alecto Mk V, and I think it was out of production for a while, but I'm very pleased to see it back in production. Comes with this nice carry case, all padded as you can see, and you've got a gap for your pellets. Comes with a bottle of oil, Allen keys, you've got some inserts for the sights that we'll come to, and yeah, it's a nice little bit of kit. So the gun itself, as you can see here, it's all very sort of synthetic composite stock, and the whole build actually is the metal, all the internals are metal, but the outside's sort of synthetic. But it's also, when you think about all the sort of ballistic polymers used for firearms these days, that's not a negative. It's everything's very nicely moulded and pretty robust. So the key thing with this, it's one of my favourite types of, probably my favourite type of air gun, which is the single stroke pneumatic. Now in this case, it's actually, you can go up to a maximum of 3 pumps, and we'll get to that. So what you've got here, starting at the front, you can see it's open sights. You get open sights here with this gun, and you can see a red element on there. It's a bit like the sort of fibre optic style. What's clever on this is that you pull it through. It's quite stiff, but obviously it should be. Pull it through 90 degrees, and then you've got a different size bead on the front. And what they actually advertise is that if you zero this for with one or others of the beads for 10 yards, by just changing the sight, you shouldn't be far off at 25. That does seem to be the case. It's obviously it's not going to be bang on, and you're going to be a bit variation with pellets, but it's an interesting little idea. I'm not so sure I'd probably bother, because I wouldn't want to keep moving it around, but it's a neat bit of idea. While we're looking at the foresight, they do actually also give you a second insert. You can see a little drift pin inside. Drift that out, and then you've got another insert which will give you again a different size bead on there. I think this one will just sit in place when you put that in. It's like it sits in a recess, but again, it's a neat bit of design. You may well never end up using it, but it's a nice bit of design. Likewise, on the rear sight, you've got, again, fully adjustable at rear sight. You need a screwdriver to do it, and again, you've got, for your notch, you've got a replacement notch that you can also put in there, again giving a different aperture size. It'll just give you a bit of variety, and depending on your eyesight, I know from experience, just by making a small change like that, the whole sight picture can look so much better, and you can be more precise. But it's all neat. They've obviously put some thought into it. Looking down, you've got a very nice trigger. The triggers on these are very crisp and pretty light, and they are fully adjustable. You've also got an in-guard safety catch there. That's automatic, actually, as you'll see when we fire it, but all very neat. And obviously, again, moving down, these grips are a big plus point, sort of anatomical style grips, and you can see you've got a palm rest there. It's adjustable using the Allen key, but for my hand, I've got quite large hands. That then there feels really nice, and the palm rest, you do feel that extra support. If you've ever done sort of target pistol shooting, this is sort of going to get you halfway there. So it's a nice bit of design, and as I say, the grips are all contoured. Obviously, it's not going to suit everybody's hand, but I'll say I've got large hands, and that does feel really comfortable. So it's a good sort of compromise. Now, to that design, obviously with this, the key thing is pull that. It's a sort of twin catches on each side. Pull that up, and then what we're doing is you're pulling that top carriage right to its outermost. Feel that stop, and then you've got a consistent charge. As you're now, basically what you do then is you'll feed a pellet into the end of the barrel, into there, push that flush so you know it's nice and not going to damage the O-ring. And then you're actually returning that, and on the return stroke, it's compressing the air. So the key thing with these for consistency is to bring it out to the end of its arc, and then you're gonna, when you do compress it, you're gonna get an absolutely consistent volume of air. So what I'll do is I'll just close that up. Now you can see that the safety catch is automatically set, so we're now, now is charged. Push that forwards and you can go. And so you can all do that. That's all operational with the finger. So it's a really neat design. I'll just fire this off. Obviously it's just noisy in here, but it's a particularly crisp release with these. It's all to do with that sort of single stroke system. The consistency figures with these I've always been amazed at. And at the moment I'm getting sort of 4 feet per second at most over a 10-shot string, which is pretty phenomenal. If they ever do get this system into full power, there's been various guns that have tried it, but I think it's, it'll really be quite impressive. As with this, everything's operational. I think it's around about 350 to 400 feet per second on one stroke, but you can go up to 3. Now I'll just show you going up to 2 here. So that's 1. So we've hit the stop, close it down, do it again. We've hit the stop, then I'd load a pellet, and then we do that. Now there's significant, it's probably at least twice the effort needed because I've done a second stroke. I'll just fire that off. You can hear it's significantly louder. The difference here, I think I got it sort of between 3 and 5, so you might sort of 3 foot-pound on the first stroke and around 5.5 on the second. You are allowed to go to 3. I simply don't see the point because there's very little increase on the velocity going to the third stroke, and it'll be a lot more effort. It is a lot more effort. 2 strokes is manageable, and it's all about momentum and getting the routine. But I've got to be honest, this is a target air pistol, semi-target air pistol. What's the point even on the second? 1 stroke is very easy to do, and it performs really nicely. And that's the thing. You've got good versatility there. Obviously, bear in mind the legal limit with air pistols is 6 foot-pounds. You get into 5.5 with just 2 strokes anyway. So they are impressive, but it isn't about power. This is all about the sort of target style shooting. And you can expect sort of sub half-inch groups at 10 yards with this. And sort of around about 1 inch at 25, so they're pretty impressive. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of these. That's the Webley Alecto. Just one thing to mention, thanks very much to Range and Country, which is a gun shop in Sleaford, for the kind loan of this pistol. They are the only premier day-state dealer in Lincolnshire, but much appreciated. I hope you like the video.